My name is Jibayo Adeyeye. I trained as a medical doctor. I veered into politics. I'm a politician. And I qualified recently as a lawyer. I was called to bar less than 1 year ago, even though I became a doctor 30 years ago. And I am, more importantly, a practicing farmer. Nibanola, a popular oriki in Ondo Kingdom. It's a popular way in which we address our people in Ondo Kingdom. So I have chosen that name because of the background I come from. My background, my father lived to the true meaning of Nibanola. Because I had a good father, I had wealth. My father stood with me and he ensured that I succeeded in everything I laid my hands on. I am a true product of Nibanola, literally meaning that if you have a good father, you have wealth. It's not just a personal effort. In fact, this project is a project that I am co-founding with my wife.
I'm Professor Olufunke Adeyeye, wife of Honorable Dr. Ajibayo Adeyeye, LLB, BL, MBBS, PGDA. Nibanola Farms is a small section of Nibanola Motherland. So the old concept of Nibanola started from the farm. Okay, I'm sure my husband have told you what Nibanola means in Ondo, but my husband has always wanted to own a farm, okay, and has always been talking about it, that he would like to have a farm. So along the line, late High Chief Lisa Akinola brought him to this present location, and he was excited about it. But I must confess that my very first time, because we came here together for the first time, I came with him, and then he went into the bush with the High Chief. But I wasn't so much excited about going in because I know my husband is he likes adventures. So for me, it was like, oh, one of these are our adventures. Okay. So, but me, I'm not going to the bush. So I was in the car. We went down because we were going to Lagos, and then we branched. And then the High Chief took him and then showed him the place. When my husband came back into the car, I was seeing he was beaming and he was smiling. He was happy. I was like, and all I saw was the bush. My husband is a possibility thinker. Okay, that's what I would describe him. He doesn't see any impossibility. So once his mind is made up on something, he doesn't see the limitation. So I would say he has a Caleb spirit. That's what I would say.
Professor Olufunke Adeyeye, we're classmates. We got married about 28 years ago, and we have traveled to so many tourist destinations around the world. We've been to so many tourist destinations in America, in Europe, in Dubai, name it. We've gone around, and we feel a good way to put together everything we have seen all around the world is to via into creating a tourist environment where other people too can come and visit us in Ondo City and have things to look forward to, have things to do, like we always did when we traveled. So it's a joint effort, and it's still a joint effort. We continue to improve the environment by the day. This project, I must say, is designed by God. And the project now is in 3 parts. We started out as a farm, and we started planting cassava and planting maize. We veered into poultry farming. We have made success of that to a large extent because as of today, the farm produces somewhere around 1,200 crates of eggs every day from the poultry. And we have cattle. We have a cattle ranch. We have palm tree plantation, cocoa plantation, kola nut plantation, and we have a plantain plantation, all on the farm side. Now we built 6 artificial dams. 5 of the dams are intended for fish farming, fishery. We have fish ponds where we raise our fingerlings and we put them in the dam. And we also use the litters from the poultry, like some kind of backward integration to feed the fishes. Because the litters generate maggots, and the fishes, they like to feed on maggots. So we feed the fishes. And one of the dams we have designated as a recreational dam for water sports, for kayaking, for jet ski, for all forms of water recreational activities. So that is on the farm side.
We have a partnership of encouragement. So, and I know that, I wouldn't set the tone by discouraging him. Once he's made up his mind that he saw the possibility there, my own role is just to be supportive. There's no harm. So I didn't really see that there. I thought, this is trouble, wahala, because it was a flashback to our house in GRA, in Barracks Road. The very first time my husband took me there, all I saw was a jungle. We opened the gate like this, and I was like, and this man is excited about coming there next week to come and start working. But in few weeks, the place was habitable and it was a nice place to. So I knew, I am confident in his leadership. I knew that once his mind is made up, once he wants things done, I know he has the capacity to get it done. So I just fall in line. And today, we've moved from that area. We've moved on to, apart from doing agro, farming with poultry and chicken, that we produce over 1,000 crates of eggs a day. We have, cattle, we have donkeys, we have horses, for recreation for people. We have the mountain that people climbed on, because the mountain actually came early. It just, that mountain, we need to get to the foot of the mountain. It was like that was a milestone. Then we got to the foot of the mountain, and then we need to get to the top of the mountain. So we climbed the top of the mountain and we saw it. We need to provide a step to get to the top of the mountain. And there's a step to get to the top of the mountain. Then we look around and, we have so much land though. We could actually do a 9-hole golf course here. Okay, that's fine. He started doing the 9-hole golf course. People started playing, he was playing there. And they said, but we could actually make it 18, So like that, it kept moving. And then he said, we need a clubhouse, and we had a clubhouse. Just before we finished that, to start using that, I said, no, we need a bigger clubhouse. We needed to make this thing at 18, and then the whole concept changed. That, we could have quite a number of things for people to come and see here. So, that's people, we've traveled wide and we've seen tourism, we've seen recreation. So my husband was like, there's no way people go here. So people can as well come here, have a serene environment, relax, get rejuvenated, feel happier, be more productive by the time we return back to work. And we are both doctors, so we understand the impacts of, having something like this, for people, for children, for adults, so that people can rest, and they can feel better, more energetic, and be more productive. I'm a doctor. I practice medicine actively. So I'm an active practitioner of medicine and a professor of medicine. I'm a teacher. So I'm busy with that, okay? But this is my husband's vision, and I share in his vision, and it's my dream for us to actualize it and to take it to the next level.
We also have the resort. The resort has a mountain climbing activity, facility. There's a big mountain that is bounding our farm in the eastern part of the farm. We have created 580 steps to the top of the mountain, and you can easily climb the mountain. And we have a hiking trail where you can go on top of the mountain. We have the 18-hole golf course, which is part of the resort. We have also in the resort an amusement park. We have the picnic house. We have the bush bar. The bush bar was a kola nut farm, and we have preserved all the kola nuts in the bush bar and turned it to a bar where people can come and relax. In the resort, we also have a lawn tennis court, a basketball court, and we have Nibanola House, which is where we are having this interview now. In Nibanola House, we have a fitness center, a complete gym, both for cardiac and weightlifting. We have a spa, we have a sauna, we have a steam room, and Nibanola also has 12 suites. All the suites are overlooking the lake. So every suite has a deck that is overlooking the lake. Apart from the 12 suites at Nibanola House, we are also constructing a 64-room hotel, which is under construction. We have a boat-car track for recreation. We also, at the amusement park, we will have an indoor sports arcade where you can play video games, you can play all sorts of computer games. That is going to come in the phase 2 of the project.
Not only farming and then healthy living, farming, exercise, farming, recreation, farming, tourism. So all of those things are put together, for a holistic man. Like when you talk about health, what is it to be healthy? It's not just because one is absent of disease that you cannot name something. Somebody may not be suffering from a known disease like that, but you could be weary, you could be tired, you could be fatigued. And recreation, where you go on holiday, you feel revitalized. And not everybody have money to jump to Dubai or jump to a faraway place. You could find somewhere around to just go in the morning, relax, or stay overnight, and feel better. So health is an holistic one, and I think Nibanola is offering an holistic wellness, where we have gym, we have spa, we have swimming pool, we have basketball, pitch, we have golf course, we have long tennis, and all those things. So therefore, and then we have children playground. Many children are just kept indoors. They do not have enough place to play or run around and exercise and burn the energy. So this is just what we're just trying to also add to quality of life of people here. Know that there is food insecurity everywhere. So we need to cultivate food so that people can have enough, to eat. Food is getting scarce and expensive. So any agriculture is something that I believe everybody, irrespective of occupation, that you should participate in. Plant something, grow something, rear something, so that you can push out something for people to eat. Malnutrition will affect young people and their brain will not develop well. An adult that does not have enough food to eat cannot be productive. It will be miserable and unhappy, and it will increase crime rates, and people will be unnecessarily irritable. So food is very important, and if you are not eating the right balanced diet, the right kinds of food, you person can be ill. So I think it's one thing that everybody should do, no matter how little it is. Plant something, grow something, rear something when the facility is available for you. Small poultry here and there. It will crash the cost of food. cost of food, because everybody has it, it's plenty. But as it is now, the farmer is the king.
The final part of the resort is the Nibi Water Factory. The Nibi Water is a factory. It produces table water using international best practice equipment, triple filtration, ozonization, reverse osmosis, water close, very, very close to 7. The water is one of the best that you can get in this environment. So, the Nibi Water Factory. The last part of the project is the Gulfview Estate. The Gulfview Estate is a private residential estate where we will sell to individuals to build their own houses. People that love to live in a resort. They build their own houses. We target more of people in diaspora who like to own houses in Nigeria. So they will own their house. When they are on holidays, they will use it. When they're not on holidays, they will leave it for the resort at will. And we will rent it out for them to holiday makers. And they make money even when they are not around. We have an approved government master plan that covers all these structures I have described to you. This is the approved government master plan. If you look through the master plan, it's quite detailed. Substructure, soil test, everything that you need to know about this 500 acre facility, because the entire structure I've described is sitting on almost 500 acres of land. You can see that's the government approval. So it's not, it's a whole lot of events, a whole lot of writing, a whole lot of thinking has gone into this, and we've run it through the State Ministry of Physical Planning, and they've also criticized it, and we have approved it. So we are good to go. We're just working to ensure that we do everything in this master plan. Honestly speaking, I have been amazed at the amount of people that have worked here. To start with, the farm, which is in full operation and it's paying for itself, is doing everything it's supposed to do. The farm has over 150 staff that are directly employed every day working for the farm. And this does not include at least 20 to 25 casual workers on daily basis. Now, on the resort side, we have not even done formal employment, but I can tell you that in the last 3 years that we have been at this construction, we have employed not less than 50 to 100 people on daily basis, earning between 3,000 and 3,500 naira for months on daily basis in the last 3 years. The least number of people you will see working here on daily basis will be at least 50, earning between 3,000 and 3,500. When we start employing for the resort, we imagine that we will need not less than 100 people to man the activities that we have laid out. And already the water factory have started operation, and already I think the water factory, they've employed somewhere between 15 and 20 people. So the employment generation capability of this project is a lot, and I think it's worth all the effort that we have put into it. Challenges, yes, but the most important challenge that we have is manpower. To get manpower to work here. I don't know why. I cannot say that is wages. The wage, to my mind, is not poor, because even government, a lot of government in Nigeria have not been able to pay a minimum wage of 30,000 naira. The least paid employee here earn 30,000 naira a month. That is besides the cooperative that the organization give to them. It's beside free medical care. Besides, we house most of them. So I'm surprised that we still have issues recruiting people to do a lot of job. We have established a tomato farm, and already again the tomato farm has employed maybe close to 20 people. But we need a lot more people to work at the farm. But we are not getting them. And this is a commodity that every family in the state will use tomato on a daily basis. And most of the tomato come from the northern part of Nigeria. That is another venture that we are starting, and we hope to make a success of it. We are looking to be the largest producer of tomato in this state. I mean, arguably, we are the largest producer of eggs in Ondo State now. And we also want to be the largest producer of tomato in a short while. So we started, and hopefully we'll get enough workers to man the tomato farm. You buy in our Governor estate, we already have a CFO. We only give you an assignment and you don't have any problem. You don't need to grapple with money or have issues with anybody over the title of land. This entire project started only about 7 years ago, that we started the farm from forest, thick forest. And I cannot talk about this project without making mention of High Chief Bayo Akinola, the former Lisa of Ondo Kingdom of blessed memory. He sold to us the first 100 acres that we started the farm with. In this location, we have bought land from well over 50 people at different times, because we buy from everybody that has boundary with us and are willing to sell. He sold the first 100 acres to us, and he encouraged us to start the farming. We only conceived the idea of the resort only about 3 years ago. And when we were able to acquire enough land for the resort, we started. We are going to commission the project on Friday, the 20th of January 2023, and the governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, is coming physically to commission the project. What he will be commissioning will be the first phase of this project. The second phase of the project, which is starting immediately, is consisting of the 64-room hotel, the convention center, the event center, and the 64-room hotel. We are already out of foundation. It's a 3-floor, 4 floors, ground plus 3 hotel, and we are out of the foundation, so we expect to work very fast, and we hope that these two will be completed within the next 30 to 36 months, 2.5 to 3 years at most, depending on our cash flow and how fast the contractors can work. And that will be the second phase of the project. So in 3 years, you expect to see a convention center, you expect to see an event center, you expect to see a 64-room hotel. And we will also be having chalets, self-contained chalets, so that if private people, VVIPs, want to come in here to be on vacation or be on resort, they can be by themselves with their aides without being in a hotel environment. They will have a house to themselves, which, will preserve their privacy, and they will still enjoy facilities in the resort. So this is what you expect in the second phase of this project. The third phase of the project is the Gulf View Estate. It depends largely on other people. Although in selling the lands to them, we'll give conditions. We are not going to be willing to sell our land to land speculators. You must demonstrate that you actually have the capability to develop it before we sell to you. And we'll determine what you build. So you can't build ramshackle houses in our facility. All the houses must be to certain standard. And we are not going to have an estate that has no infrastructure. All the roads will be made. All the roads will be paved. Drainages will be everywhere. Our electricity infrastructure will be everywhere. And we'll do it to the level where you will even just turn the tap in your house and there will be water. You won't need to to dig a borehole. We already have commercial boreholes here, so we'll reticulate to you. The last aspect, which we are already working on, is to have a global internet coverage, Wi-Fi for everybody, for the residents, for the visitors. That is ongoing because lucky enough in this facility there is fiber optic going across the facility, so we can easily tap from that. And we are also lucky to have the 33 kVA line passing through this facility too. We already have acquired a 500 kVA transformer, which we're just expecting and waiting on the electricity people to connect us to the grid. Immediately they connect us to the 33 line, we expect at least to have minimum 20 hours of public light here, and we have our backup generators.
The Right Reverend Stephen Adenomi, Lord Bishop Das of Ondo. I'm a theologian by training, an educationist, and a counseling psychologist. First, I would like to thank the Lord for this massive project. And this project, I would say, is an open door, not only to Ondo Kingdom, not only to Ondo State, not only to Nigeria, not to our continent as Africa, or globally. When you have an agro-forest project like this, for me, is a catalyst. What is going to spur so many people who we believe has this mix of doing things well. So it's going to be a motivator. Like I said, it's a motivator. Many of our younger generation, when you look at the matter of unemployment today, rolling in such a time like this. And for this project, I've gone around. My first visit here was the upper side there, where I saw the golf course, I saw the mountain, And I saw, not only that, I saw the pottery, a ranch, things that were going on there. Not only that, a lawyer. Where are we coming from? So if we could have such an initiative, so it boils down to creativity and serious innovation. For a man like this coming up with lofty ideas, not that he had gone to such a school to study agronomy or he had gone into natural science and all this aspect of agriculture. Coming up and seeing into the future and already professing, results and way out is a credit. Credits to God, credits to Him. And serious encouragement to people like us in this community. But people will tell you, what are you doing in this place? I'm employing people here. Become employer of manpower. I can't imagine the number of people who will be working here. And other utilities that will be put here again. It's going to attract investors. It's a tourist center again that will bring people in to know about our culture, to know so much about us, and people getting interested. And when you traveled, it brings about deeper enlightenment about a particular place or area or the environment. So I won't be surprised in future if suddenly we are finding our name on the map again, and people are making, a pointer to a place like this. So I won't be surprised, because I've encouraged him as a facilitator and said, please, we want this thing, put it on the Google, let the whole world know what we are doing here.
My name is Segun Akibinoade, General Manager of Nibanola Motherland. We've been working here for like 9 years now. I started like a laborer. Yes, because one of the former manager that was working here before was my friend. Then one of these days, I have an vacation from my school and I follow him down. On getting here, they want to do some little labor activities, which I engage myself. I don't mind because he's my friend. I took the money, I did the job. During that process, the director came in, which is Honorable Jibayo Adeyeye, and he saw me working. He didn't talk to me. He went to my friend, who is this young man working? And my friend explained, that was the former manager. He said, it's my friend. He had a long vacation from his school, and he followed me down here. On getting there, I have a labor job that I want to do, and he said he can do it. So that's why he engaged me in doing that work. Later after that day, the following day, I came back to continue the job. So I was fit. The third day after that day, the director came around and he called me. Young man, are you ready to work with us? And I said, yes. And he said, as from today, I employ you as is my staff. And I started working. That was since 2015. To the glory of God, we were still working together. From there, we started becoming supervisor, before we become manager, before we become general manager. But I can tell you, there's no unit in this organization that I have not worked. I worked every unit. So there's nobody coming in and want to tell me what is going on in any unit that I don't know. I understand every goddamn thing. So by the grace of God, we thank Him as well for giving us opportunity to work with Him, to learn from Him. In fact, I take Him as my role model because He's a workaholic person and He doesn't like lazy people. Once you are lazy, you will not like Him. But if you are hardworking, you keep up with Him. It's a very terrible thing to manage human being. Most difficult thing that I experience in this organization is how to manage people. But once you know how to manage people, you will find it easier that your job will be going on smoothly. In the sense that, mind the way you communicate with them, the supervision has to be there, the monitoring has to be there, then the communication has to be there. Once you have that, then little supervision, you get your job done. We thank God for this opportunity and where we are and where God has still taken us to. We are just starting. The road was so rough, was tough, but winners never quit. We are still going places. We are going higher. We still have a lot of things to add to this, what we are seeing at the moment. By God's grace, I pray, may God give him more life to see what he has labored for. The project at the farm is still going on smoothly. At the moment, we can tell you we have about 50,000 to 60,000 laying bed. And we still plan to have more. We plan to get to like 100,000 birds before stopping. Then our production will be like 2,005 and 3,000 over. So we can supply people coming. We need more of people to become a great farmer like us.
My name is Akinkugbe Alex Akinwande. I am a builder by profession. It's an honor and a privilege to be part of this laudable project, Nibanola Resort Center in Igbado and by extension in Ondo Kingdom. We started this project about 2-3 years ago. That was when I came into the picture, when the owner of the project invited me to superintendent the project. In other words, to work on the project. We are in charge of the general layout and the general construction that you're seeing. Nibanola, as it has come to be, has been a household name in tourism and resorts, as we can see. Where we are presently was once a bush, but I'm sure we cannot say that a city on its own. I want to say kudos to Honorable Dr. Jibayo Adeyeye for his unrelenting effort in respect of monetary values that he has put into these projects. As we can see, it's a one-stop, resort center with so many facilities. We have the golf course, we have the basketball court, we have the lawn tennis, we have the bush bar, we have the amusement park, and also an ongoing 65-room hotel. And where we are, presently is the clubhouse. It has about 10 rooms, which, to the glory of God, was conceived by him. So I see Nibanola in Ondo State as a major tourist center to the states and also to the country. You can see it rivaled the best resort in the world.
Amen. Ashe. Ashe.
ipa yòókù ọ̀nà bá ti ní bàbá fúnka ẹ̀ ó ti lọ́nà ọ̀rẹ́ àbúrò tí wo ojú ìfọ̀gbẹ́ aláìka tó fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gbà they dey stand the cause for all the people not only that he not he provided them with the drinks as well as the roots ṣé ìjọba ìdílé yìí ó lówó ọmọ ẹ̀ lè padà wọn lè ìlú ẹ̀ ṣé ìjọba ìdílé yìí ó lówó ṣé ìtọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ lórí ìbọ̀rẹ̀ á lè kàn nínú lójú ẹ̀ lè tó ń lọ ipò tí kẹrẹ ìdí the starting point of your children. ọ̀nà ẹ̀ ní àwọ̀
Àṣẹ.
so I want to thank you. Thank you. I thank you. Now what? I think it gladdens my heart to be here. To join us together on this very important.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
That's fine.
The real sense of it. This is unique. And I like everybody here to please clap to applaud the Nibanola. Because this is bringing modern day development to Ondo Kingdom and the environment that we can hardly find elsewhere. When he tried to take us through the facilities that are assembled here, you just marvel. And if you have traveled far and wide and visited everywhere we go, hey, you must be looking for the golf course there so that to spend your holiday or good time. Along the Yoruba Pie. He has combined brain, intellect, and good use of resources to arrive at this kind of development. Forever and ever. And the kingdom will continue to grow. Amen. Our state will continue to grow. Amen. Nigeria will be liberated. Amen. All that have come to create this location, I'd like to thank you too for finding time. And Shugon, the better show you something like that.
Àṣẹ.
And Shugon, God bless you.